A parade All-American high school football player, Rockwall-Heath's Kendial Lawrence was among the most highly regarded running back prospects in the country. Rivals.com listed him as the number 16 running back in the nation, as well as the number 49 overall player in the state of Texas. Because of his exciting running style and charming personality, Kendial became known in the Rockwall community as Showtime.
He was an extremely talented young man, physically gifted as far as his balance and his footwork and his speed. But also you've got to have great work habits to be at the level he was. I don't think you can say talent alone, but at the same time a kid just can't work his way into being the kind of player Kendial was. Kendial was special.
Earning the starting nod his junior year at Heath, Kendial had 1,734 rushing yards and 25 touchdowns, and was named to the second-team All-State and first-team All-District teams for the season. Head coach Mickey Moss was hired in February 2008 and soon realized Kendial was no ordinary running back.
I heard about Kendial, incredible talent, and I saw this young man with braided hair and a smile on his face, and so, you know, I didn't want to judge him. Okay, but you're thinking, this is a pretty good player. I wonder what he's like. And the limelight he was in is because he was a star as a football player. He was well respected by everyone in the school. But at the same time, he was very humble.
Well, it always felt good to know that he was on our campus. You knew it was going to help us on Friday night, but you know, we talked to the kids about what we need from them in the schools, and he delivered on all of that as well too. He didn't deliver just on the football field, he delivered in the halls of the school. And so that makes it a joy to come to work when kids are doing those kinds of things and helping them.
Kendial won first-team All-State and District Offensive MVP honors in 2008 as he rushed for 2,681 yards and a whopping 46 touchdowns. He helped lead his team to a 13-1 record and the school's first-ever district championship. Rockwall-Heath High School held a 13-0 record in games in which Kendial played. He had an amazing 3-game stretch in November of '08, running for yardage totals of 365, 242, and 261 yards in consecutive games, while scoring 5 touchdowns in each of those games.
Really, everyone came to find out how great he was against Highland Park. We're both undefeated, last game of the season on his senior year in the regular season, and we're going to that game. It's for the district championship, and Kendial pulled out an incredible performance. I believe he had around 380 yards on 30-something carries. At one point, he carried about 5 guys into the end zone on his back, just showing the great determination on him and going into overtime. That game went into overtime, and Kendial got the winning score in overtime on a great play. And just everyone realizes how good this young man was as an athlete and as a player. But what most people didn't see again was just his work ethic, how good a young man he was, how considerate he was of others.
He was a very hard-working guy, a great guy. You know, he was a friend to all. Really, truly, you know, especially since there are so many people who wanted to be friends with Showtime. You know, it was probably tough for him, but I mean, he was friend to anyone who said hey to him.
He didn't walk around like here's a kid that rushes for 2,000 yards and an incredible talent. So again, Kendial just made it easy for you to feel comfortable being around him.
Kendial was and is the kind of guy that you hope your own son's going to grow up to be.
Complementing his remarkable talent on the football field, Kendial possessed a work ethic that made him a coach's dream. He arrived early to practice, stayed late, and was a total team player.
Took to coaching great. He was very intent on listening and trying to do exactly what we wanted. Going into your senior year and to accept a whole new football staff coming in and changes coming in, I know he had questions in his mind. But Kendial was an absolute team player and just a joy to be around on a daily basis.
He had all that talent, and there are so many kids that have some kind of a talent like that, especially in sports and football. I mean, this is Texas, that it's really easy for that to kind of get to a kid's head, and all these people wanting to know you and to be around you, can probably be tough for a teenager to handle.
In spite of his superstar football status, Kendial maintained a humble and giving spirit. He used his celebrity status to mentor younger students, speaking throughout the district on the benefits of staying in school and focusing on academics.
Hardworking a student as he was on the football field, he took the academic piece of things seriously, and that was one of the things he talked to the kids about. That he knew he wasn't going to get to the next level unless the grades were there, and he knew that his football career wasn't going to last forever, and so he would talk to the kids about those same things. Now, right now, his football career is still going, but that he is such a well-rounded human being like that he can go and speak to kids and tell them to stay in school, that it means something, and overcome challenges in school. That's great stuff there.
Never forgetting his roots, Kendial has stayed close to the Rockwall community.
He comes back to Heath quite a bit, and I know he's in contact with the coaching staff. I know he reaches out to them, on Friday nights and says, hey, Coach, tell him I'm rooting for him, and because people still know who Kendial is, that means a lot.
Every Friday night, he'd send me a text, hey, Coach, tell the boys to play hard and tell them I'm rooting for them. And then after the game, he'd send a congratulations. He kept up with the players. Not just the first year he was out, but every year, even this year, going into our first game on Friday night, he said, hey, Coach, who you playing? We'll tell the boys to turn it up.
I remember he blew me away one year when, out of the blue on Father's Day, I got a text that said, Happy Father's Day. It knocked me over that with everything he's got going on and all the success that he's having, he still thinks of us.
Following high school, Kendial went on to attend the University of Missouri as a late recruit. In 2013, he attended summer training with the Dallas Cowboys and is currently playing for the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the Canadian Football League.
He's got a lot of great qualities and ingredients about him. He has the power to influence and impact people. You love being around this young man, but at the same time, his work ethic, I know that he continues to strive and persevere. He's going to be successful and even beyond football.
More than simply another high school football star, Kendial Showtime Lawrence has left behind him a legacy. His incredible football talent, positive attitude, and caring personality have left an indelible mark on the Rockwall community.
We're proud of him, that I'm proud of him, that he's done good, and he's still touching lives, and to that I say to Kendial, thank you.
In describing Kendial, best I can, I would say an incredible talent. Humble, kind, gentle, hardworking, but in the Rockwall-Heath community, when you mention one word, Showtime, that's Kendial.